Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the official ARK Podcast, number 180. My name's Mr. Toad, and I'm here with the core team. Your host for tonight, as always, the one and only Alice. The floor is yours, sir.
Thank you for the introduction. Hope you're doing well today, folks. We are back here for another edition of the ARK Daily Podcast. As we pull up here our stats, another fantastic day, folks, of growth. 4,829 accounts here on the ARK. Always on the rise, always on the move up, folks. The smart money keeps on piling in, and boy, is it bullish. Liquidity on PancakeSwap, 909,310 BUSD. Never a day down for liquidity on PancakeSwap. ILC reserves, nice and strong, holding way above board, 500,932 BUSD. Extremely healthy, folks. Let's do a round of applause for that ILC. Sheesh. Now, the best part, as always, here on the podcast is the Spark price pool, which is at 665.81 ARK, folks. And today we're going to find for you live on the podcast the 132nd Spark prize winner. And all that ARK is going directly into their ARK Vault account instantly, immediately, bringing them into Nitro mode. Massive gains every single second of every single day, as well as your NDV just flying right through the gauge to the very tip top, almost breaking the glass on the gauge, folks. It is quite exciting. 2% NDV. If you were at 1, you're back at 2. If you were at 2, your NDV through the roof is going to keep you there for forever and a day, it seems like. Absolutely fantastic. It's super bullish, folks. We cannot be happier. The smart money is coming in by the truckload. We're going to need a bigger boat here, folks. We have an exciting podcast for you. Fantastic all aboard with Coach Brad. We're also going to have Mr. Z with the DeFi sessions. We're going to draw the spark. We're going to give away 50 BUSD on the all aboard of the Wheel of the Toad. Folks, if you have not already interacted with the Sweep widget and gone through the very easy steps, it just takes a couple minutes to help the algorithms know that the ARK is king, folks, and the content created here is by real investors, not paid shills. Not those folks that you know are really not understanding what's so special about the ARK. Not the folks that haven't put their money where their mouth is, folks. But we're talking here the real community. We've seen so many stars being born and just seeing them go up in the sky, whether they're writing Medium articles or making YouTube content. Folks, this is the real deal. This is it. And people are really getting out of that comfort zone, and they're taking the time to convey their journey, their experience, what's happening with their investment. How is this really fulfilling their financial dreams, their goals? I mean, so easy. You could pull up the calculator, the one on the D app. That's done by Rebecca Snook, or you could, go really deep with the Excel calculator from Kelly Snook. Shout out to the Snook sisters, folks. And you could literally project with scary accuracy the future here. What's to come? How soon will you ROI? How many times will you ROI over? When do you jump into the whale taxes? I mean, it's brilliant. You could forecast, you could plan your investment here. Because folks, we know if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. With that, we're going to turn it over to Mr. Brett Nordine. He's out on the ranch Hope you're doing well, my friend. Got some great updates for us because we're so excited. We're so bullish with everything that's happening here.
Yeah. Can you hear me okay?
Fantastic, sir. You sound really good.
Okay, great. I'm not sure how strong my signal is, but I'll make it short and sweet. Yeah, today I listened to the great live stream from Crypto Unlimited 22 and had Donatello on there. Brandon was on there. Ohio. Fergie was on there. So a huge lineup of ARK stars and YouTubers. It was great to watch. I actually hadn't listened to the presentation that we gave on the roadmap. I hadn't listened to a replay of it, just didn't have time. But Crypto Unlimited 22 streamed live, and it was great. I actually got a little FOMO. It's an awesome follow up as well. They kind of went back and forth and talked about ARK and what they thought of the roadmap, and all real positive comments so far. And I think people are seeing what we have here is something special, and how it's going to feed the protocol, and how it's much different than the approaches that I think other projects will take. So yeah, hats off to Crypto Unlimited 22. Thanks for spreading the word and getting doing the live stream for the roadmap presentation. It was great. And also, I'm looking forward today to Clover's video. I just watched it the other day. Saw his property that he has, and I was jealous. I have an off-grid property here as well. I just got done moving a bunch of things back and forth, and just heading back to our home base right now. So got a little sunburn.
Is it true you're coming live from the Starlink? You're streaming live from Starlink?
No, I'm not on the Starlink right now. I wish I was.
Okay.
I'm just on my mobile. But yeah, I was on the Starlink yesterday, set it all up, and I've had it for about a year now. But yeah, that thing screams. And I know Clover has Starlink as well. So yeah, looking forward to his video and sharing his journey, because I know he just barely got started in ARK. So I'm looking forward to that. This week coming up, we've got Alex has been working hard on the virtual prepaid card. We're hoping to make a lot of progress on that. We will have quickly waiting the on-ramp for him to help develop as well. And I know Crypto King is going to integrate that into the PWA. So this is going to be a big week from a development standpoint. I've been working on the kind of marketing side of things for both the on-ramps and the off-ramp prepaid cards. So those are going to be launched probably simultaneously, I'm hoping. I've got some content over to our designer, and so the same designer that's been working and helping us, so he's working on that. And then hopefully getting back our intro video that we've been waiting for the landing page. And I'll pretty much button up those key pieces, and you and I have been working on getting those Zoom presentations lined up, and so we'll have the kind of the full process in place here shortly. So that's the big development we've been working on. And yeah, other than that, just meetings with you and I and talking about the future, and looking pretty bright.
Mm-hmm.
Great growth today too. Yeah, we see the uptick in the positive response we've been getting. I think that's reflective in the stats that you're showing there. We've seen the ILC holding very strong, new accounts, and NFT sales as well. Got quite a bit of volume. So.
Yes, sir. All right.
That's about it for me. Anything else you wanted me to cover?
No, I think that's good. I'm really excited to see Clover's video. I saw it yesterday to share it here with the community. Getting a bit of a feedback. I don't know if that's between our microphones. Let's see. Okay, that seems to have gone away. Thank you. 1 second here as we update the system. And yeah, he's out in the jungle with the shaman and deep down in the heart of it. So looking forward to see him, come on board and his journey through this whole amazing process we call ARK. A fantastic opportunity to folks, through the 1.4 billion adults in the world that are unbanked. They do have mobile devices, and they don't trust their local banks. Their inflation's going through the roof, folks. The money capital controls are a thing of the now. They are moving much faster than even I personally anticipated. I think you as well, Brett. And we couldn't be really at a better time to enter the market and fill that gap, as folks are understanding that the crypto exchanges are, with a bullseye on their back. They're reporting to all the tax authorities, to governments, and they want to make sure to take over full control of fiat, of crypto, on off ramps. And that's, my friend, where we're coming in to offer fantastic solutions to ensure that folks can stay private, anonymous with all of their crypto endeavors, so that they could protect their gains, they can protect their families, and protect their financial futures. With that, let's turn it over to Coach Brad for the all aboard and see what Clover has cooked up and really give him our support, folks. I mean, this is what it's about, getting one of the OGs into the ARK so that we do not leave anyone behind. Let's get this crypto.
All aboard!
Thank you very much, sir. Yeah, we have a great video today from Clover. He's actually a new YouTuber to me, but I know that he is very well known within the space and very well respected. And it's a great video. He's building a house somewhere out in the jungle, which is very exciting. He's got a gorgeous little dog that you see in the video as well, which is always a good thing. Clover, I see that you're in the chat. Did you want to introduce yourself to the community, say a little bit about the video, or are you not able to speak, sir?
Oh, yeah, I was on mute. Yeah, I've got a little background noise here, but I just getting started with ARK, and I've learned, quite a bit about it. There's like some interesting aspects that I think are some interesting improvements on some of the things that we've seen in the past in this kind of niche space. And so that's some of the things that I'm kind of talking about and highlighting, and also giving a little bit of a walkthrough on how to get started.
Awesome, great stuff. Well, I'm going to go ahead and show your video. And if you want me to pause it at any point, you want to make a comment or discuss anything in the video, just give me a shout and I'll pause it for you. Excuse me. Atlas, we are using the previous system this evening. Do you need to unshare your screen before I play this, or shall I just play it?
Sure, yours, mine will go to the side, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
I wanted to give my thoughts on where I see crypto going right now. What I see right now is a lot of progress behind the virtual deposit contracts, high yield certificates of deposit. They go by many different names, but essentially you're depositing into a fund and that is paying out a little bit every day. So I've been involved in the most successful projects in that kind of niche area that really started with proof of weak hands and a lot of the hourglass style contracts that kind of moved into other.
Can you see Clover's video? I can only see your screen.
I can see it. Is anyone else able to?
I can see it.
Yeah, I see it like up in the corner. I don't see it on the main screen.
If you click on it,
just click on it.
Yeah, if you click on it up in the corner, it'll go full screen.
Okay, I don't see it at all, but as long as the rest of you can see it, then that's all that matters.
I took mine off anyway, so everybody can see it easily.
Thank you very much, sir.
Smart contracts that evolved and had a lot of issues with legitimacy. The big one that really kind of took off was Tron Chain. It had tens of millions of dollars in that contract. It ended up not being sustainable, for many different reasons, but it had a good run of about 8 or 9 months. After that, we had Flow taking some of the best parts of what we saw in Tron Chain and adding on top of that. The next big one was Drip. Drip's been going solid for a little over 2 years. The price is reflective of some of the issues and problems that they've had with some of the development with Animal Farm. You really need to build a lot of other projects and things that are feeding into that contract if you're paying out those high of yields. So a lot of people are looking for the next drip, the next big successful virtual deposit contract. It's important to reach out to others and get other perspectives and opinions. There's a lot of people that have a lot of experience out there. Always good to have a lot of eyes on different things that are going on. I've been fairly busy out here developing my land, and now I'm starting to get to a point where I have a little more stability. I have internet connection. I've got a crazy dog that won't leave me alone, but that's going to be our guardian dog here in the future. He loves attacking my leg right now. He's about 5 months. Reached out to a lot of the friends that I have in the DGen protocol. I'll put their Telegram link in the description below. It's been a great resource. There's a lot of guys in there that have been very successful and have great perspectives on finding, where those opportunities in crypto are. And one of the big ones they recommended to me was a project called ARK that's actually very new. It's very early, and those can always be good to get into. I've been very impressed by the different conversations that have been had explaining a lot of the things that are going on. They're offering a really unique type of podcast in the Telegram groups every day at 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. You can go in there and they give a presentation on different crypto topics, and afterwards do a Q&A session where anyone can go in there and speak directly with a lot of the people that have been building that project. When you learn more about it, start understanding some of the things that they're doing and building out there, it seems like it could be a huge opportunity to get on the ground floor of an up-and-coming crypto project. There's a lot of things I liked about the ARK project, and I won't have the time to go through all of them in this video, but what I wanted to do is give you guys a quick breakdown on how to get started and opening up an account and getting involved with the Vault. The Vault is their virtual deposit contract. It's growing its deposits more than its withdrawals. That's an important thing to look for is a project that's adding liquidity and that's growing. When you're able to get in early on those types of projects, they can be massive wins. And so I want to give you guys a quick breakdown on how to get involved, how to get started, and some of the best strategies that were given to me.
To get started with ARK, it's real straightforward. You're going to click on the link in the description below, and that's going to bring you to this web page. And I'm going to assume that you have a basic understanding of MetaMask, but you're going to connect. You can use other types of wallets if you'd like. It's going to ask you to connect with your wallet. On the homepage, you've got a few stats and things to look at. The ARK price is interesting, and if you take a look at a chart, you see that it actually has been steady since about mid-January at 571 to 572, and that has something to do with the price stability incentives, what they call their ILC reserves. It gives a reliable price for people to buy in at. And the idea is that price is going to rise over time. And so you have the ability to get ARK at around $5. That might be $10 in the future. And so you have the ability to buy ARK at a discount right now. These are some things to keep a look at. The liquidity has steadily been rising. The Spark prize pool is a daily giveaway that they give on the podcast. And so it's fairly significant. In order to qualify, you need to purchase a legacy NFT or at least $250 worth of bond. So there's some interesting giveaways and things that they do to reward the loyal people that have been in the community. What we're going to want to do is we're going to want to swap. You have the ability to swap with BNB as well as BUSD. And so you can toggle that right here. This will give you an idea. If you wanted to do one BNB currently, that gets you 48.93 ARK. And there are some taxes with the buys and sells of about 13%. When you swap for ARK with either BUSD or BNB, it automatically deposits into the vault. And so you can take a look at my account here for reference. I've just got started, but this pays out 2% daily. And it depends on your net deposit value plus your referral rewards and minus your withdrawal. So if that ratio falls below 1, you're going to receive 1% daily. If you can keep that positive, you're earning 2%. So I encourage you guys to check out the white paper for more information on that. But it has a 24-hour rewards timer, and you're going to need to allocate that on a daily basis. So once that 24-hour timer is up, you're going to need to allocate. And so this is one of the interesting aspects to ARK, is that it's going to force you to compound a certain percentage, and it also is going to force you to withdraw. And so you can set up that withdrawal in different ways. So right now I have it at 60-40, and that was what was recommended to me to build this account in the beginning. And there are some different settings. If you click on this setting wheel, you can have this go into the bond, and so that helps you to make you eligible for the Spark prizes. And you also have this auto redeposit. So right now I'm compounding this account, and I'm going to be looking to add to it as I go. And so you have a max payout, which is 3x of the amount that you have, and so it's a 300%. You have the ability to also allocate this, auto allocate. So let's say that you are going on vacation or you don't want to interact with the contract every single day. You can do this for a week. Now it's going to charge you 0.02 BNB, which is $6 or $7, and it's on 7-day increments. So if you wanted to do 14 days, it's going to be 0.4. Let's just do 35, for example, 0.10. And so it works out to about $1 a day right now if you want just to auto compound this account and just kind of let it run on its own. So you don't need to interact with it on every 24-hour basis. That's one of the ways to help roll this account and to build it over time. The other suggestion that was set up to me is, since you're going to be doing this on a daily basis, of setting this up on a different BSC network, to add a different RPC URL, a different network when you're in the BSC network. So this address right here and interacting with this network is much cheaper, and so this allows you to go in and manually edit the price. So if I click on the auto allocate, it's going to give me a suggested fee of 15 cents, which is much cheaper than the regular default settings. And you can go in here and you can edit these. You can do it as low as 1. So it's much cheaper to do this way. Sometimes it may hang in the system. I was told that if you wanted to try to do this at 1.2, that works really well. So that's a good gas to go with. It's going to help you save money on the gas fees while you're trying to compound this account. You can set this up on your mobile with MetaMask or Trust Wallet. If you're not around your computer at the time, you can just get in and do the allocate button with the app that they have. The more you interact with the system, the more you'll get to learn. There's best practices document here that goes through some different ways to set up your vault account, or to get involved with the NFTs or the bond. The basic thing to really understand is how to get involved with the vault, get started, and make sure that you're earning on those deposits every day. It's doing really well for a lot of people. A lot of people have already received their initial capital back. So it's fairly simple setting this up and getting involved with the vault. There's the legacy NFTs, which look like they could be a really good long-term play. It allows you to be eligible for the daily Spark prizes. And there's some interesting analytics. This is an interesting article I'll leave in the description below. But it gives you some different aspects when you're looking at the rise in liquidity over time. You can see the number of accounts growing. You can see the reserves are growing, and the Spark rewards that have been paid out, bond prices, the NFTs. So it gives you some different metrics to look at and some different things to consider. This is an interesting analytics site to look at. It's something that has been growing slowly over time. The deposits are outpacing the withdrawals, and you can see some steady growth. And so this is a good way to visualize some of the different aspects of what's going on within the system. The basic takeaway is that this has been growing for quite some time now. There's a lot of new people that are getting involved. It looks like it has a bright future. So you have some different ways to get involved with the vault, with the bonds, and also with the NFT projects. Right now, the vault being the main driver and the main passive income generator. But you can see that there's currently, more than half of the accounts are at that 2% daily ROI. You have others that are at 1%, and then others at that 0.5%. And that also depends on some of those metrics that you have within the systems?
For me personally, I'm looking to get into some of these types of contracts to help fund a lot of the development here on my land. And so I'm looking for the top projects to be in. And it's really interesting to see the things they have planned on their roadmap. The guys behind ARK come from a traditional financial background. They are trying to build the future. Hope you guys found that helpful. I'm still learning as well. So if you guys have questions, be sure to leave them in the comment section below. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.
What a great video from a new first-time investor in ARK. Fantastic, sir. You've done a absolutely bang-up job there.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah, Clover. Hell of a video, man. I like the perspective. What a beautiful land. I like the puppy. And you definitely looked very bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, calm, cool, connected, and your knowledge is there, and the great thing about ARK, it takes a little bit to really get up to speed, but you picked out some key components that are very special. In particular, the fast ROI in 94 days of, in previous investments and also in projects. One of the things I've always told investors is pay yourselves. And the issue with that, Clover, is that folks just want to race to a max wallet. You see it time and time again, and depending where they came in, they could really be setting themselves up for disaster. I mean, really heinous debacle. So we've done everything from putting price in a dynamic range where we're sacrificing the 10, 20, 50, 100x, which is great for the early beginners. It's great for that little 1% that's friends with the dev, friends with the marketing guy. They always get in. They always get the whitelist. They always get into private sales. You know who I'm talking about, that little 1%, Clover?
Yeah. Yeah, you see that from time to time with certain projects. It's not fair. There's a little bit of insider advantage. So that can
well, it's there, I would say there's a lot of insider advantage, but it's just for a very small group, unfortunately. And they get their 10x, 20x, they dump on everyone else, and they go on to the next game, and the next one, and they're very profitable. Most of these guys are living in Dubai, driving around in their sky blue convertible drop head, Rolls Royce. But it's really unfortunate, and we've really focused to change things, Clover, because if you keep doing the same thing over and over, you see all of these charts look the same. Tell me one that doesn't have the hockey stick up and then the hockey stick down over and over again, because the tokenomics and the way that folks get in early is just conducive to their trading style. And they have absolutely no regard for anyone but themselves and their profits. They're cold, shrewd, and unemotional. And I personally, Clover, don't want to be a part of a project like that. I don't want us to be here every day, podcast number 180, telling people don't miss out, when I know deep inside that they are the exit liquidity of the people that are dumping their tokens at $190. Who are saying buy the dip at 170, buy the dip at 140, and those are usually the folks that kind of got stuck with the bags, and they're looking for another idiot to walk in and dump it on him. So they're out there shilling, understanding that they're bringing the sheep to the slaughter, my friend. ARK doesn't want to do that. We've been able to in a sense to re-engineer the way these systems work, to provide a project that, whether you show up the first day or 6 months from launch or a year from launch or year and a half from launch, you're going to sit down, you're going to be able to do your due diligence and play the same game as the first guy. And if we couldn't build a project that could offer that, then we had better things to do with our lives, like the FinSec stuff that we're rolling out now. But we wanted to re-engineer that. We wanted to force you to take profits, to not race to a max wallet, to sacrifice that huge volatile upside hockey stick to avoid people getting wrecked and crying in a couple of weeks, in a couple of months, as folks, race to that max wallet. And we're very proud about that. We believe that it is offering a fair playing field for folks to come in, because if it's not fair 6 months from now, if it's not the same game a year from now, then why would anyone come in? We're just wasting our time. So what else have you identified, Clover, that you see? Wait, hold on. This is interesting how this all balances it out, because as you can see, that the system is incredibly balanced, not off balance.
Yeah, there's, I'm liking ARK so far. There's some different aspects. It does take a little bit to understand in terms of if someone doesn't have a whole lot of experience with these types of contracts. And so for me, sometimes I have to, take into consideration that like my audience or people that might be getting in for the first time. Like I'm talking with a few of my friends here locally about getting involved, and there's some improvements on some of the things that have affected the sustainability with the previous contracts that we've seen in the past. And so even though there is a little bit of coaching that is necessary, I believe that a lot of the things that you guys have implemented are for the long-term success of the project. And so I'm really interested to see how things progress and how I can better help people understand the system as I'm still learning it as well. I had a lot of guys that came in and gave me the tips, set it up this way, or if you wanted, like I didn't know about the auto allocate. Like I was thinking that you needed to come in every 24 hours, and it was going to be a daily thing, and then there is the option to be able to kind of set it and forget it if that's more of your style. And so some of those aspects we're seeing in some other ROI style projects, and that has the ability to offer higher rewards, and it also affects some of the analytics a little bit better, because people that are coming in and interacting with a decentralized application in this way, it's improving its analytics when you start looking at some of those sites that track that information. And so when you're looking at, what's on the BSC Smart Chain or, Polygon in the future, and you say, oh, what is this project that has, thousands of people that are interacting with it on a daily basis, maybe I should take a look. And that was one of the ways that I used to find, projects, in the past, was I would see, what are people,
they put it inside?
what are people doing? Yeah, like what are people interested in, and what are people interacting with in the DeFi space. And so I haven't actually looked at that. Maybe I can pull that up. There's a few sites. I have there's DApp Radar. DApp Radar sometimes doesn't get some of the best rankings, but I don't know if that's something that you guys are on right now, but it doesn't look like it. But there's
I think somebody put it on the DApp Radar or one of them. But it's great to see you're wrapping your head around it. And one thing, have you ever seen anything like the Spark rewards? I mean, I think you were live yesterday, or maybe you came in after.
No, that was a really interesting kind of round robin, type of opportunity there for people. So yeah, it's nice little thing, and for the winners, that's amazing for them. They get a chance to really have a lot of success with a crypto project like this.
Right. Well, the intention there was that this could be life changing. I mean, as this grows to 10K, 15, 20, 30K a day, and you could just come into the foundation for folks on the globe or third world countries or even Americans that are living paycheck to paycheck, using the foundation contract and having $250 worth of bond just there, which is think of it, we call it the high yield savings account. It's liquid. You could put your money in, out, right? It's not the ROI DAP, right, where you have to claim your tokens out. You're holding it in bond. You're supporting liquidity. You're earning BUSD every single day, 100% APR. I mean, Wells Fargo, Chase Manhattan, First National, Bank of America, they don't offer 100% APR. We do. So, the unbanked that are out there, they could use this as their savings account. We're going to have IBAN saving, regular checking accounts for them too. We have debit cards. We have all these things coming, but imagine if Bank of America would give you $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 every day, an opportunity to win that. And you can win it as many times as you want. Would you not want a product like that for holding, your hard-earned cash liquid anytime?
Yeah, that's the nice thing about crypto, is that it gives those types of opportunities that can be life changing, and particularly for people that maybe aren't in economically successful areas. Some third world countries, like kind of where I'm at. If I were to get somebody involved with that, and they were able to hit the Spark prize, I mean that would be a life-changing opportunity for them. And so that's
we had a guy from India win it like 2 weeks ago, a young man with kids, and he won $2,800, and the guy was in tears. He made a really long video, I think it's almost an hour, of just explaining his journey and how this, he's earning in a day like 20 times salary just off the Spark reward. So the little guy can do really well, the whale can do really well. It doesn't discriminate. Going back to, everyone can play the same game and have the same opportunity. Doesn't matter how small or large you start. So we want to welcome you on board, brother, and support you in your journey here so that we can help you to grow your syndicate, and you can also make a difference in so many folks' lives out there by bringing them into this fantastic project called the ARK.
Yeah,
thank you.
Sounds good. I'm looking to make more videos in the future. As I have a better understanding of it. This first kind of trial run, I had to kind of take some of the information that was presented to me, and so I was, I'm able to digest a lot of this stuff easily. But I as I'm learning more about it, I'll be able to dive into it even more and have the ability to explain it better and in more simpler terms for people that have questions about certain areas, or just kind of looking for someone to give them an explanation on how everything works inside this system, inside this ecosystem.
Fantastic. And you'll see, the more you learn, the deeper you go into the details, looking under the hood. It's like the more you fall in love with these contracts, with this community, with really how different everything about ARK is. And we've seen it happen time and time again. I'll give you another quick fact. We've never had a single person, Clover, say no to investing in ARK. Not one person. There's been some people that didn't take the time, didn't read the white paper. They heard the word ROI DAP and they ran out the door, the exit, and they said, no, I've had it drip. Oh my God, it's in the trash. Oh, this other thing. Like, that's not someone who's taking the time to educate themselves, or come here for a private one-on-one coaching session, or come to the podcast and ask the questions, or read the white paper. I mean, there's so much. Go to Medium articles and see so much content. Go to YouTube. Oh my God. put ArkFi. You'll be blown away. Not one person has said no. Not one person, Clover, has said, I'm too late. I missed the pre-sale. I missed the private sale. I missed whitelist. And when I hear that, to be really, really, really frank with you, I actually respect those folks because all the charts look the same. And if they didn't get in these other projects or these tokens and these memes and these S coins before anyone else, then their chances of actually being profitable are slim to none. So I don't blame them. That's what I call a educated, smart investor. You do not want to buy the FOMO top. You do not want to be the guy that's following everybody, jumping off the freaking bridge. These streets are scary because they all play on the same tokenomics in the same way. Whoever gets in first wins, and who gets in last, you are wrecked. But not one of those smart, educated investors has really looked at the ARK and said, I'm too late. On the contrary, they say, whoa, I'm just in time today. I'm just in time 3 weeks from now when I'm going to get my check back from the IRS because I did my taxes. And I realized how bad of a trader I am when I was honest and looked in the mirror and I looked at my taxes and I saw my losses are brutal. Let's be honest. It's been a really, really ugly year out there, folks, for the investors. DeFi, S coins, all cryptos. It's just been a heinous debacle since last year, man. It's been awful. And no better time for the ARK to really come sailing on through and throw the lifeline to all of these great people and say, hey, get on board. But before you do that, do your due diligence. Take your time because you're never late. A month from now, 2 months from now, the only regret you could have is the time that you weren't here because you didn't get that 2% a day and you didn't get your 94-day return on investment. And hey, you know what? I'm happy with that. I can live with that. As long as I know that when I do come in, I know how to manage my investment at the most optimized level. And I understand that if I bring my neighbor, if I bring my childhood friend, if I bring someone I went to college with, then I'm not setting him up for failure. And that's a great feeling, especially for a lot of these YouTubers that have brought in people to these projects. And you say, hey, not financial advice. Don't get a third mortgage on the house. Be careful, folks, please. But you don't know who's on the other side of that. And sometimes people are just very irresponsible. They get the stars in their eyes and they don't know how to pay themselves. They don't know how to take profits off the table. And in this game, the only way you win is by taking profits. We all know that, but the emotions take over. People think they're going to become millionaires overnight or billionaires once they're already a millionaire. And then you hear them over and over again crying. So we even force you to take your profits home, put some food on the table, take care of your family. Look at your children in the eye. Say, Daddy did something really good. Daddy took profit home. Daddy ROI'd in 94 days, and he's playing with house money. And it only gets better.
Yeah. I think there's an interesting element that I didn't get a chance to go over is the security of having this as almost like a foundational type of project to get into for someone that is new, because there has been a lot of people that have gotten into or interacted with a malicious contract and lost all the BUSD in their wallet or something of that nature. And with investing into this type of certificate of deposit, your money is inside of the ARK, and then you have what's so like let's say you do you're playing around in the crypto space and you get involved with a project that has some sort of malicious code like that. In this sense, they might only be able to take, your daily or, weekly profits or something or whatever you had in your wallet, but your funds are still safe inside these certificates of deposit. And those can be, really good for beginners that are, maybe a little inexperienced and don't know. Sometimes they might click on something that they didn't really understand, and then they look at their wallet and their BUSD is gone. And so I've been in a few Telegram groups where that's happened, and then it's even projects that have been around for a long time. There was a couple of projects that come to mind that were in the space for about a year and a half, and then they came back later, and then like all my BUSD's gone, and it had to do with this contract that people had interacted with, way back when, and they just never removed permissions. And so,
we saw that. We did a whole piece on that. But Clover, I have to cut it short as we're running a bit behind on our time. We try to condense these podcasts into a 1 hour segment, and we still have DeFi sessions. We got to give the BUSD, but welcome on board. We really welcome you with open arms, and we're here for you. Any questions, anything you need for making your videos, or if you want to bring folks and just have somebody coach them and train them and answer all their questions, bring them all the way from fiat to the ARK Vault. We have 2 coaches here full time, ready to help you out, brother. Take care of yourself, be well, and we'll talk a little bit further during the Q&A as we want to go ahead and continue with the recording. Mr. Mistletoad, is the toad wheel ready?
Oh yeah. Let me get it up right now.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Oof.
Got a nice participants, 62 people. If you're unsure of what's going on here
Let's
today,
go.
this is the daily sweep widget draw that we have every single day. Right after the podcast here, a new sweep widget link will be posted there in the main chat, in the announcements channel, and in the contests and giveaways topic. So make sure to enter. All you have to do is click that link. There's going to be a bunch of tasks that come up, ranging from liking and commenting on some YouTube videos, retweeting some tweets, clapping some Medium articles, and even just visiting some websites. It only takes about 2 to 5 minutes of your day. And once you do that, you'll be entered this beautiful wheel right here for your chance to win $50 to $100 worth of BUSD. So make sure to incorporate this into your schedule. If you're on the manual allocations, make sure you just do that right after you're done allocating your ARK. It's that simple. Alice, on the count of 3.
All right, sir. On the count of 3, let's release the wheel of the toad. 3, 2, 1.
Mr. Franco Yoda, congratulations, my friend. You've won $50 worth of BUSD.
The Yoda is on fire. I think that's like his 4th, maybe 5th win on all aboard.
Oh yeah, he's on fire. But he enters almost every single day, so he's definitely participating. So thank you to the Yoda.
Absolutely. And for the folks that participated and didn't win, we want to thank you for your participation, folks. This is how we grow organically. This is how we push the algorithms to know that the folks here on the ARK are creating amazing content. They're educating, they're sharing their journey on board. Tomorrow, you're going to have a brand new opportunity to go ahead and participate. Go and register yourself with the sweep widget. It takes a couple of minutes of your time every day to support these great content creators so they can go up that algorithm and push the beautiful story that we have here to tell about ARK. With that, we're going to go ahead and do what we love to do best here, which is to give away that Spark. And boy, Spark is on a tear. We had an all-time high of 716 ARK. Yesterday's podcast, man, it was quite amazing. So let's go ahead and release the beast. This is the time, folks. If you want to call out to the Spark prize pool, let Sparky know to come to you. Come here, boy. Sparky, get over here. Happy days, folks. Let's go.
Let's get it.
Yeah.
Here, Sparky, Sparky, Sparky. Here, Sparky, Sparky, Sparky.
And there it is, folks. We have the new Spark Prize winner for today. Their wallet ends in B1C4. They've won 687.14 ARK. And folks, that's a street value of $3,924.80. Wow.
What's up?
All right. Another massive one. Maybe the winner isn't here. They're live. But wherever they are in the globe, they're going to be notified through the D app, that notification. You've won Spark. They've gone instantly into nitro mode, earning so much more ARK every second. NDV through the roof, 2%, all the way, folks, the way it should be as you're sailing here, calm, cool, and collected on the ARK. Everyone is winning, folks. Sheesh.
Yeah, let's get this crypto.
Oh, god damn.
Oh, yeah, let's get this crypto.
And now we're going to turn it over to our very own in-house DeFi crypto expert, Mr. Z, for a brief, as we're running a bit overtime, all aboard sessions, folks. Hope you're doing well, my friend.
Yeah, pretty good, pretty good. It's nice to have OGs like Glover here. Kudos to you. Yeah, so today, Bitcoin's price is keeping at 29.24. And there's a reason behind why it's why the price is at the way it is. Let me just put this article up if you guys can see my screen. So this is what we have to kind of consider here. So stablecoin rotation in Bitcoin helped fuel the leg up to 29K. So the main takeaways from this was the recent Bitcoin pump to 29K was helped by the rotation of stablecoins in Bitcoin. According to the stablecoin supply ratio, the oscillator pumped this week to 1.9, going as low as 1.7, which showed the rotation that fueled the leg up to 29K. So whilst we saw the dip happen, we also saw the amount of like stables move straight into Bitcoin, and that's why I think prices at the current price it is. So the month of April saw almost $1.5 billion worth of stables leaving the exchange, a much smaller amount than previous months. So yeah, I think we are rotating. Usually when we're in like a, we can say a bearish sort of calamity, people take stables. And what we're seeing this week is a switch around. We're seeing more Bitcoin being bought by stables. So that's one thing that's keeping the price there. Also in the news, there's a few really cool stuff. So MasterCard launched a Web3 user verification solution to curb bad actors. So It's pretty cool. MasterCard is now using blockchain technology to cut out the scammers and middlemen. So I'm going to just play this real quick video for you guys to see.
Blockchain technology has the potential to transform economies. To grow and scale the crypto ecosystem, Web3 and blockchain service providers need solutions that build trust, improve convenience, and ensure compliance. At MasterCard, we have a vision to unlock the potential of crypto and blockchain technology, creating a more inclusive payments ecosystem that gives people more options for how they pay. We're introducing MasterCard Crypto Credential to help users experience more trusted, simplified Web3 interactions. With MasterCard Crypto Credential, we're building a way for Web3 and blockchain service providers to help secure transactions between users verified according to standards set by MasterCard. Users can transact on-chain with confidence, sending funds at the touch of a button, both domestically and cross-border, with their MasterCard Crypto Credential unique identifier. The solution is also designed to support compliance through the exchange of essential metadata required to meet regulations. Together, these innovations reduce the opportunities for bad actors and the risk of funds being lost for good. MasterCard Crypto Credential is designed to build trust and bring more transparency into the blockchain ecosystem, enabling more use cases and helping bridge the gap between blockchain and traditional finance. This is only the start of our journey. Join us.
So yeah, Crypto Credentials launched by MasterCard. What I found really
Yeah.
So
we're working with Visa. We're working with MasterCard. I mean, if you think about it, it's a no-brainer, as Coach Brad likes to say. You don't have chargebacks when you're working with crypto, right? The crypto payment comes in. They go ahead and help us to process on the merchant side, and they're moving in the right direction. And for dinosaur companies and banks, you got to give it to them. Round of applause. They're moving forward. That's why we're able to really partner and interact with them. And we're also going to be offering services to merchants where we completely cut Visa, MasterCard out. Stay tuned for that. We don't want to give too much of that alpha away.
Atlas, can I ask a question?
Go for it.
Hey, Z.
If you don't mind waiting, Crypto Putter, till the Q&A sessions, as we want to honor our wanting to keep this to an hour for all those great folks in the globe that want to listen to the podcast. But we'll be happy to take your questions then.
No worries. Now the last thing I want to cover is so basically Layer 0 is a blockchain that launched on ZK Sync. So it's a double whammy of a you can say airdrop to look forward to. So if you guys check in ZK Sync, I did post stuff on Layer 0 and how it launched on things. So we'll do some test farming here this week. So keep an eye out on ZK Sync, and that concludes my podcast for today. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Mr. Z. And folks, we have done it within the hour. Round of applause here for the team. We're going to stay back and do a quick Q&A. My time is limited today, but we want to thank everyone that came here to the podcast today. Thank you so much for your participation. Congratulations to the new winner of the Spark Prize. Massive, massive gain there. Mega Nitro boost for that great investor, as well as a shout out to the Frank Yoda for another win here on the All Aboard, participating, going through that sweet widget and really supporting these content creators, which is the key to the organic growth, folks. We're going to be back tomorrow, same time, 4 p.m. EST, 8 p.m. UTC. For the folks that are listening to the podcast recording, thank you also for your participation. We hope that you found it educational as well as entertaining. We wish you all a wonderful, fantastic day, evening, or morning, depending wherever you are. Take care of each other, be good to each other, and we'll see you tomorrow.